Hey, fifth grade, welcome to math. Today we're working on lesson 6, so we'll be talking about adding whole numbers today. All right, so remember, I do want you to do the mental math portion mentally in your mind. Do your calculations, write it down on a piece of paper, go back and double check it with a calculator so that you can make sure that you're on point. So remember we discussed add-ins, and add-ins are the two numbers that are being added to find your sum, right? So two numbers using addition, or your numbers, however many numbers you're using to add, or your add-ins. And then you find the sum that tells you what the add-ins are equal to. We've also talked about the commutative property of addition, which is like 4 plus 6 or 6 plus 4. They can move around, so they are called the commutative property. They will still come out with the same answer, which is 10, right? And so then we also have the identity property of addition. That's any number plus 0 equals that number. It identifies the number, so it doesn't matter if you do 100 plus 0, 1000 plus 0, it will come back and identify the number that you're adding to 0. So it's the identity property of addition. Okay, so we're going to talk about some other algorithms, of course. Algorithms are things like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and such. Those are all algorithms. You decide which algorithm you're going to use when you are figuring out a word problem. Okay, those types of things. So let's look at example number 1. I have example number 1 kind of pre-written on the board. Okay, and so it says, what is the sum of 7, 4, 3, and 6? So we have the number 7, 4, 3, and 6. And so to find the totals of that, the book gives us a demonstration or an illustration of how you can take two numbers that equal something that you're familiar with to break it down and add it even more. So for example, we know that 4 plus 6 is 10. We know that 7 plus 3 is 10. So we have all four numbers accounted for. So then we look at 10 plus 10 and we know that it's 20, right? So instead of saying 7 plus 4 and 4 and that and plus 3 and plus 6 and plus, instead of doing it that way, you just break it down to some even numbers that you can work with, and then you add those together and you should come out with that. Now in order to check that, if you want to go back and add 7 plus 4, 11, 11 plus 3, 14 plus 6 is 20, you can do that as well, right? Okay, so that is example number 1. So we're going to move on to example number 3. Number 2 is just kind of, it says, so 4 one-digit whole numbers are added. The sum is the sum more than or less than 40, and how do you know? So if you have 4 one-digit numbers, right? The highest digit that has one digit, remember we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, right? These are all one-digit numbers. Everything behind this is more than one digit. So if I took the highest digit and I added it 4 times, 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9, right? This is simply 4 9, so 9 times 4 is what? 36. So is it more or less than 40 is what it is asking. So we know that it would be less than 40 because 9 is the greatest digit. So we discussed the identity property of addition, and so we're moving on to example number 3. So here I have example number 3 set up for you, and it is talking about adding whole numbers. So in this case, we're dealing with money. Notice that my money symbols are lined up, okay? My number symbols, my money symbols are lined up. Here is my money symbols. Anytime you are adding whole numbers, you want to make sure that your ones are lined up, your tens are lined up, your hundreds are lined up. If there is nothing here, that is fine, okay? It's just you have to make sure that the ones, tens, you start from the back going forward, Because what would happen if we had $462 and then we added $58? Will we come out with the same answer? No, because we're missing a ones place. But honestly, if we look at it, we know that 5 is in the tens place, 8 is in the ones place. So since 2 is in the ones place and 8 is in the ones place, we have to line those up, okay? So the ones have to be lined up. Notice my ones. My tens have to be lined up. Notice my tens. Then my hundreds have to be lined up. And it's okay that this one doesn't have 100. That's fine. So you just bring down, or once you carry over, you bring down. So 2 plus 8 is 10. You would carry a 1 here. 6 plus 5 is 11 plus 1 is 12. Put your 2, carry your 1 here. And 4 plus 1 is 5. So that's how we came out with $520. Okay. So you guys have lesson practice. You can go ahead and complete A through N. J through N actually has more than one digit that you have to add up. L is a little challenging, but you'll get through it. It'll be just fine. And if you have any questions or concerns, let me know. We do have a quiz coming up on Friday. I will let you know which one of the written practice questions you have to do for that quiz. So I'll have it posted so it'll be clear for you guys. I will also post lesson 7 online for Tuesday. So be looking for that. Any other questions, guys? Just reach out to me. Thank you.